Aliens games have varied in quality over the years. Some good, some terrible. Looking at you, Aliens Colonial Marines. That game was so bad, it looked like we wouldn't see another Aliens game again. That was until 2014 rolled around, with Sega and a Creative Assembly working together to give us the game we're looking at today. My name's Matt, and this is my review of Aliens Isolation. We've got to start with the graphics. The game uses a graphics engine called Cathold. Creative Assembly built the engine just for Alien Isolation, and it's incredible. Other good looking games at the time included the likes of Far Cry 4, GTA 5, Destiny, and The Last of Us Remastered, but none of them, in my opinion, can hold a candle to Alien Isolation. Regular viewers of the channel will know how much I love fine detail, and we have some of the best I've ever seen here. The devs went on record saying they wanted the isolation feel of the original Ridley Scott movie and wanted to only use props that were around in the movie's time, recreating the alien look. Every corridor, every room, the door designs, the wiring of the ship, control panels, and much more literally makes you feel like you're in the Alien movie. And I'm very happy to say the lighting and the sound in this game is perfect. Words don't do it justice. Here's a few examples.
Attention, please remain calm and proceed to the nearest exit.
So what's the story here? The game picks up 15 years after the first movie. We take control of Amanda Ripley, the daughter of Ellen Ripley. Amanda is an engineer aboard a ship. She is paid a visit by Samuels, a Weyland-Yutani employee. We learn the flight recorder from the Nostromo cargo ship that Ripley's mother disappeared from has been recovered and taken to a space station called the Sevastopol, a space station owned by Seegson. He offers Amanda a place on the retrieval team aboard the Torrens. Of course, she accepts, in hope of maybe getting closure on what did happen to her mother all those years ago. After arriving within docking distance of the station, the captain informs us the Sevastopol is too damaged to dock. A message is sent, but there's no reply, so there's only one thing for it. We must enter via a spacewalk. Ripley, Samuels, and Weyland executive Nina Taylor set out into space to board the Sevastopol, only to be hit with a huge explosion. The walk line is severed, and we are split up from the team, and barely managed to make it into the station. And so, the game begins.
Okay.
As we make our way through the station, we quickly realise something is seriously wrong here. A once busy environment filled with life has all but been abandoned. It truly is atmospheric and gives you a sinking feeling. What has happened here? Eventually, Amanda makes her way to the flight recorder, but to her horror, it's been corrupted. Other than Samuels and Taylor, we meet some other characters along the way. Axel here is at first aggressive, but then realises he needs us, as we are a space engineer. He explains everyone is running scared of a monster on the station. That'd be our alien then. Interestingly, he explains people have splintered off into their own groups, as trust is gone now, and in some cases are killing each other for food and supplies. Survival of the fittest then. Look how paranoid these guys are.
Close to me. Hey, don't move.
Okay. We're not looking for trouble. Who are you?
I'm John. This is Ringo. They're just some assholes. We haven't got time for this. Come on, Jana.
We're trying to get to comms. Can you help us?
We don't need their help. Don't tell them anything. Look, I've got the elevator working. Jana, let's go, okay?
I'm sorry. Good luck.
Anyway, Axel doesn't last long, and we meet the star of the show.
What have I got on me?
Next, we make contact with Samuels, who asks us to go to medical for supplies for Taylor, as she's been injured in the blast earlier. Marshall Waits is another character. He's holding a prisoner on the station, the captain of the Anesidora. Henry Marlowe, he explains to us how he went to the planet LV-426 after tracking a beacon. This was a trap, and his wife was attacked by a facehugger and impregnated. Yep, we've seen this before. Basically, this is how we have aliens on the Sevastopol, as she gave birth there to an alien shortly after arriving. There are some twists and turns along the way, but this is the basic plot. The game may be 10 years old now, but I'm not going to ruin the ending for those of you who haven't played it. To sum up the plot then, the glaring point here is we as Alien fans already know what happened to Ellen Ripley, as we've watched the original movie, but this is fine. I think it makes sense having Amanda want to, look for her mum and find out the truth. As for us, the player, the journey is intriguing to see what she goes through and how she learns the truth. The gameplay is brilliant. This is a survival horror stealth game through and through, and it amazes me that this is the first time this style has been used in an Alien game. The alien is back to being feared again, and if you don't use stealth and scavenge for scrap parts around the station, it will hunt you down. The alien's AI is incredible. It must have so many paths coded in, as it will adapt to your hiding habits. It makes things so tense, and you never completely feel safe. Using the scrap parts around the station, you'll be crafting an assortment of melee weapons and health items. These weapons are pipe bombs, flash bombs, smoke grenades, Molotovs, and EMPs. And as mentioned before, health must be crafted too. Alien Isolation uses a manual save system, which can only be done at these emergency telephones. While some players may find this punishing, personally I love it. Being a hardcore Resident Evil fan, using your map, you'll see these located around, and there's a lot of them, so I think it's fair. Save often and you'll be just fine. Main weapons are found along the way too, in the form of a cool looking revolver, a shotgun, a wrench that's good for opening bolted doors as well as a weapon, a bolt gun. This is my favourite weapon in the game. I mean, you can do this. Feels satisfying. And lastly, a flamethrower. Now you may be thinking, that's cool, all those weapons, but remember, this is a survival horror game that has a stalker sensitive to sound. So fire a shot, throw a grenade, even run far, and the alien will jump out of a vent and find you. Also, it literally can't be killed. In fact, the only weapon effective against it is the flamethrower, which will fend it off. But don't rely on it, as the alien will get braver and rush you when using it too much. But don't worry, you'll get to use these weapons on humans and the other main enemy in the game, the Working Joes. These are androids that worked on the station that have now gone rogue and attack anyone they see. So it's nice to have a section in the game where you can let off some steam. A mini break from the alien. But that doesn't mean they're easy. They're very fast and strong. Also, I forgot to say, there is a noise bomb. You can craft this and it's great for a distraction to use on the alien. I used it a lot. As you go around the station, there's plenty of doors and vents that will be locked by the electrical codes. Ripley's hack tool is used to open them by inputting a puzzle code. Now, I've heard people say they're easy, and I agree. They're more about timing. But when you have the alien looking for you, you panic. And you make mistakes. You see, that's what makes difficulty. The tension is the puzzle and the difficulty. It's brilliant. Also, you'll be using Amanda's engineering skills to cut through vents. Now listen up, folks. The two most crucial items in the game are your motion tracker. Yep, it's here from the second movie. Use this as much as you feel needed. It will save you from a lot of deaths. And just as important is the map. You'll need to check it to plan your route, check where important items are, and it even shows you where vents lead to. You'll find map files around too to extend it. Honestly, it's the best map I've ever seen in a survival horror game. Right next to the Resident Evil series. I'm a massive fan of the series. So, for me to say that, I'd say it's near on perfect in my opinion. The Sevastopol station is huge. There are 5 main areas interconnected by a tram system. So you'll be able to go back and forth for the 19 story missions here and collectibles. You leave the station as well and board the Torrens and the Anasadora. Also, we get a scene altered, I'd say an altered scene from the original movie on LV-426. You know the one.
Shit. Careful with what you touch. I don't want anything damaged.
It's amazing. How old must this be?
What is it? A cockpit?
And make this a ship.
Ha ha! I think we found our payload.
Hey, quiet!
What? You think we're gonna wake him? Hey, sorry, pal. Can it? We're wasting time. Have a look around.
No, it's a life form.
Great bit of fanfare. We even visit the Apollo core and communications. It's just incredible how much work has been done here from the devs. It's a fan's dream. The collectibles I mentioned earlier are computer logs and crew members' ID tags. Some are easy to get, and others, for the completionists like myself, are in locked rooms or hidden in vents. Once you have all the Hacksaw upgrades, you can use your map and the tram system mentioned before to go back and find those locked doors. I think it's a nice huge challenge to be roaming a ship, trying to find all the collectibles, but don't forget, the alien will still be lurking. Alien Isolation is a long game, about 15 to 20 hours to beat. This is the main problem I have with it. Let me explain. I've beat the game 4 or 5 times now, and every time I get near the halfway point, I get that feeling, fatigue. There's a section in the game, about 10 hours in. We're on a spacewalk around the station to realign the satellites to get picked up and rescued. But no, it just keeps going, and it outstays its welcome. And it's so frustrating, as I love this game, but if you're not a fan of the source material, some people may not last the course because of the game's length. Okay, so my final thoughts. Alien Isolation is easily the most atmospheric game I've ever played. Creative Assembly soaked up every inch of what makes the Alien franchise world and put the player right there. Combine this with the alien stalking you every inch, the tension is high, the sound effects are great, and graphics still hold up to this day. It's just, the game is way too long. It would be like Alien Original Movie with 5 hours added on. Overcooked. A shame, and the story is just okay. So to answer the question in the thumbnail, this is why Alien Isolation is almost perfect. But don't get me wrong, it's still a fantastic game, and a must play for any Alien fans, and survival horror fans too. Well, thanks to everyone for watching, and feel free to leave a comment, as I really enjoy hearing your opinions. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one.
Final report of the commercial starship Nostromo. Third officer reporting. The other members of the crew: Kane, Lambert, Parker, Brett, Ash, and Captain Dallas are dead. Cargo and ship destroyed. I should reach the frontier in about 6 weeks. With a little luck, the network will pick me up. This is Ripley, last survivor of the Nostromo, signing off.